Warning signs and fences. Couldn't do much about the invisible strike that hit Plymouth's water system on Sunday night.
I think you never expect it to happen to you.
Michael Thompson, the city's public works director, says his team quickly identified a cyber attack that impacted communications at 2 of the city's water towers.
The red flag went up and it was all hands on deck at that point.
Thompson says to deal with the problem, they temporarily had to air gap their systems, meaning they took devices that can connect to the internet and make sure they couldn't do that anymore. That's because he says hackers went after what are called programmable logic controllers, or PLCs, which are tiny computers that actually control physical equipment.
These PLCs are useful but dangerous, and hooking them up to the internet is the equivalent of smoking next to a gasoline can.
Bryce Austin, CEO of TCE Strategy, says these computers are vulnerable, embedded in an older infrastructure that wasn't built with cybersecurity in mind. The U.S. government believes Iran knows that, with CBS News and the New York Times reporting that investigators think Iran might be responsible for cyber attacks that targeted more than 30 Minnesotan communities, from Plymouth to Braham.
They were trying to go after our sense of security and well-being.
So whether or not it was Iran, as the jury's still out there was an attempt to do harm.
It was 100% the destructive attack.
In the wake of the attacks, the Federal Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, is urging organizations to disconnect these devices from the internet immediately.
If there's any lessons learned, we want to be part of that. We're working with our law enforcement agencies, state and federal.
Yeah. So what we have here, y'all? What's going on? What we got here is so-called Iran cyber attacks against America. That's what they claiming. That's what they claiming, that all water systems in America is being hacked, and they're trying to shut the water supply down. Now, come on, now you really think about it. Just think about that for a minute. They're claiming Iran is part of is the ones doing the cyber attacks. What better people to blame right now is the people that they actively in the war with.
Right. So they could keep the war going. So they could fund this 1.7 trillion NDAA bill. So they could claim they need more defense against places like Iran, so they could help Israel out. Now let's just be real about what's going on out here. All the money that's going into war, all the money that Trump is making off the war, all the money that Israel is making off the war, all the money that the whole Trump administration is making off the war right now. Of course they would blame Iran. But do y'all really think Iran, that's a way that Iran will attack America? First of all, Iran already came out and said they ain't have shit to do with this. Iran came out and said they ain't have nothing to do. That's not even what they do. That's not even that. This got United States government and Israel written all over it. Because what's happening is they coming after the power grid. The whole grid, our whole infrastructure. They want to tear down our whole infrastructure in the United States. And their actions are proving that. Their actions are proving that based off, look what they're doing to the economy. Why? And they know when a country's at war, they at their weakest. So he's constantly keeping us at war. He constantly got, sending out money to this country, that country, sending out money for this black operation, that black operation.
Right.
Prices going up like crazy, fuel going up like crazy, everyday goods is going up like crazy. He effed up the economy with the tariffs thing, having all them tariffs that he had going that we had to pay for as the American citizens. They purposely put Trump in office to destroy America. That's his job. His job was to get in there and to destroy America from the inside out, and claim that he's doing it for Americans. And the thing is, people who, and like we say all the time, it don't matter who you vote for, but he had a lot of people fooled here in America. All the MAGA supporters, all these people, they thought that he was going to come in there and drain the swamp, and he actually expanded the swamp. The swamp is very healthy right now. The swamp this shit is starting to look like,
is the swamp.
Right. He's Swamp Thing.
He's Swamp Thing.
It's alligators and all types of shit. Frogs, alligators, poisonous frog, everything out there waiting to get your ass. This is the swamp. We're in the swamp. And the thing is, he's partnering up with Israel to take down America. And the thing is, they've been running black operations on American soil. A lot of people believe that they was behind 9/11. That's another thing. It wasn't no Islamists behind 9/11. Those were Israelis that was behind 9/11. So that's another thing we have to understand, that these people are not only going to take out the water grid, but they're going to be after the power grid, and they're
Yep,
after the flights. You see, they had to ground all these flights this morning, hundreds and hundreds
exactly.
of flights, because they want to destroy all of our ability to travel anywhere. So they're going to shut down the flight industry. You see a couple of them already went out of business. They're attacking the core infrastructure of America. The farmers, basically all the farmers who supply the food in America are damn near bankrupt. All of them are broke, and the government is now paying farmers to destroy their land. They're paying them $8,000 to $10,000 an acre to destroy their own farmland. At the same time, they just released fake lab-grown meat onto the market. You can go get yourself some cultivated fake lab-grown meat
Lab
at,
grown meat.
at Sprouts right now. They just loaded them on the shelves this week.
Oh, Sprouts got Sprouts
Yep,
just had
Sprouts.
it.
Yep,
Lab grown meat.
Sprouts is the first official grocery store that
I thought
announced that they
I
have
thought Sprouts was more like
lab-grown
a Whole
meat.
Food.
That's what I
I,
thought too.
I
That
thought
they
Sprouts
have
was more
lab.
like a homegrown home food type of joint.
We all thought that. They have lab-grown meat on their shelves right now. At the same time, they're making farmers destroy their land and basically destroy all of their cattle and their crops.
Right. Oh, so whatever is the profit is the market for whatever meat's being sold. All these all these companies have to accept the lab grown meat because that's the only thing that's being marketed right now.
Right.
If you
That's
yeah,
right.
if you get rid of all the original meat and bring in lab grown meat, then yeah, because how stores gonna want to profit? They gonna be like, all right, well, we just not gonna sell meat at all.
We
So
can't
you
afford meat. They gonna be
yeah,
like, we can't afford real meat. So the only thing we're gonna be able to afford is lab-grown meat.
it's
That's the
crazy.
problem. And that's the thing right there. What they're doing is they're gonna take all the food out of our hands. We're never gonna be able to grow our own food or none of that. That's their plan. Their plan is to make for us not to never have access to real food. Because I'm
Yeah, that was
telling
the
you right
plan from the
now,
start. Right.
that lab grown shit is bad.
Yeah, that was the plan from the
They
start.
if you look up how they grow that lab meat, they use cancer cells.
Right.
They use cancer cells to grow lab grown meat because cancer cells replicate faster, and they just grow big ass vats of meat. That meat that they grow is cancerous.
Shout out to
And
In Pursuit of the Truth for the gift, and shout out to you too, uh, um, Miss T for the gifts. Appreciate it.
yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Thanks for all the support. So what they're doing is they're destroying the infrastructure in the United States. United States is not going to be the United States by 2030. Their agenda is to completely obliterate the United States from the inside out by 2030. And they want majority of the citizens on American soil dead. That's why there's a site dedicated to seeing what they put in our water supply. There's third parties testing our water supplies and all the municipals
A lot of
over all
medication.
the states. Bro, it's beyond that. It's cancerous, poisonous stuff in the water
Yeah,
300 or 400 times over. Like there's chemicals that's in our water right now that our water is being treated with that's giving you cancer inside of all your major organs. It's not
that's
drinkable
giving
at
people.
all.
Yeah, the water is
Malignant
bearable.
tumors and
Right.
everything. And
Yes,
they just started adding this shit in within the last decade.
you can't even bathe in that water. Let
Bro,
alone
it's bad
yeah,
out
you
here.
can't. Yeah, and see the thing is the attacks on these cyber attacks on these grids. Like I said, they can't outright just shut the grid down because they need to shut the grid down in order to start building, right? Building new infrastructure. So they have to make it look like it's a cyber attack from the people that they in war with. So if they was to outright just shut the grid down, then they'd catch backlash for that. So they got to make it look like a cyber attack. Oh, we got to shut the grid down. We being attacked by Iran. Iran is attacking all our water supply, and we got to shut the grid down. That's not what's happening. We're clearly seeing an inside job being done on our government by the Trump administration and the goddamn Israel. That's what we seeing here. That's what we witnessing. They getting a lot of help from Israel to do this shit.
I'm gonna post a link in the chat to you can actually check and see all the contaminants that's in your water supply in your area. All you gotta do is type in your zip code or your city. I'm gonna put it right here in the chat.
There you go.
It's www.ewg.org/tap water system. You can look and see all the contaminants in your water in your area. And I looked at multiple different places. I looked at Pennsylvania because that's where we at. I looked at New York. I looked at Jersey. They all have these chemicals, and you could look up each chemical by itself. You could look up the chemical. You could go on Google. You can go on Chat GPT, Gemini, whatever you use, and you could look up the chemical contaminants in your water, and majority of them are cancerous. Majority of the contaminants. Some places got like contaminants in there at 300 and 400 times the concentration. 400 times the concentration of a contaminant that causes cancer in the human body. They are intentionally poisoning our water supply. That's why people have all these sicknesses going on. Just look up the cancer rate in the United States. Look at how high this shit is. They are intentionally poisoning the water supply. I have to say it again. I have to say it slower. They are intentionally poisoning our water supply. That means they are intentionally trying to kill majority of us in the United States.
Let me play this video real quick. This is what Trump trying to say the Minnesota governor is in on, the cyber attacks on, their water supply. He said it's not Iran. Iran got bigger problems and shit.
Says that 7 states are reporting cyber attacks on their city water systems, now adding Michigan and North Carolina to the list. It comes after hackers targeted more than 30 city systems across Minnesota earlier this week. As federal investigators look at Iranian-affiliated hacking groups, President Trump pointed the finger at Minnesota itself.
There was a cyber attack of 30 water plants, and I would blame it on Minnesota and the governor, the corrupt governor of Minnesota. They like to say, oh, it's Iran. Iran should be so lucky. Iran's got bigger problems than worrying about Minnesota.
A law enforcement official tells NBC News the Minnesota attacks had all the signs of Iranian involvement. Governor Walz responded on social media saying, quote, Trump knows exactly who is responsible for this attack and knows that other states were hit too. This is what modern warfare looks like, and it further illustrates there's no plan to win a war with Iran. State officials say that there is no indication the breaches contaminated any city water supply.
See, he knows this is not Iran that's doing, like the Minnesota government saying that Trump is trying to say Minnesota is in on this, trying to divert, away from that him and Israel is actually doing this shit. So they're about to start playing the blame game back and forth. Oh, is this state governors in on it, or this state governor's doing it, and then it's going to be a blame thing back and forth. They all going to keep saying Iran, Iran, Iran. That's like the code word to say now is Iran. The key word to say now is Iran, 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 Iran. So they can get, implanted in people's head that, oh, we're being cyber attacked by Iran. Iran is is hacking all our water systems and trying to shut us down. And so they always need that boogeyman. It's always the boogeyman they need as a scapegoat.
Same thing they did with Al Qaeda in 9/11.
Right. And Osama
And come to find out, Al Qaeda was literally a CIA operation. That came out public already. But the mainstream media didn't cover it, even though people from within the CIA were whistleblowers and said that CIA was literally behind Al Qaeda. That's why they don't exist no more. Because CIA is done. They're done funding that operation. And they claim they claim just because they claim they took Osama bin Laden out, and all of a sudden that defeated Al Qaeda. Since what terrorist group if you kill a leader off, that defeats the whole entire group? Don't they just replace them with another one?
That's it.
That's all they do. It's just that the CIA was done using that operation. That's what it was. See, look, Ryan James said in his tap water where he lived, there's 17 contaminants, and just about all the contaminants causes cancer. And if you Google each contaminant, now first of all, some of these contaminants is like 1,400 times concentrated. Like they're
Exactly.
concentrated in the water to the point where your ass going to get cancer eventually from consuming that water and bathing in it. That's why the cancer rate is so high, because we're all being exposed to this shit through the water supply and the food supply. That's a problem. These are independent watchdogs from the government that's been testing. These are independent scientists who've been testing the water supply all over the United States and finding these contaminants in it. And these contaminants have been really causing a lot of health problems. And of course,
Yeah.
your doctor is not going to tell you that, because first of all, a lot of them are even ignorant to it.
Yeah.
They
Right.
don't even know, because this is a black operation. That's why if you look up and see who owns a lot of the municipal, the people who treat the companies who treat the municipal water supply, a lot of them are owned by Bill Gates. Ecolab and all of them owned by Bill Gates. And we know who's behind Bill Gates, and we know what he do. He's also behind the lab-grown meat.
Right.
So this is what y'all have to understand. They are here to intentionally kill off majority of American citizens before 2030, because they want these data centers in place, because these data centers is what's going to power the smart cities. The smart cities is what's going to enslave your ass. All the ones that's left, everybody who's left, because first of all, they can't monitor. It's hard for them to monitor billions of people, even hundreds of millions of people at once. So their plan is to eliminate majority of us. And they're going to do that by continuously attacking our water supply, attacking our power grid, raising prices to the point where shit you can't even afford to live, keeping us in a high stress environment, at the same time poisoning us, weakening our immune system through all different types of methods: spraying the skies, poisoning the food, poisoning the water, and poisoning the so-called medicine that they've been giving you, which is Fauci's on the chopping block right now because of that. Anthony Fauci, he's on the chopping block right now. Do y'all understand like how dire this is? Like what the hell is going on out here? Like this is real. This is reality. All the people in your family, your friends being diagnosed with cancers and shit, send them to this website that we posted up there. Send it so they can check out their water supply in their areas and actually look up the contaminants in your water and see what it does to the human body. And the thing is, these contaminants just aren't in your water supply. It's in your food too. Your food is being processed with these same chemicals. Do you understand? And the shit that they spraying, we don't even understand all the shit that they spraying up there every day. They try to deny it and say it's just regular contrails coming from the plane. It's just the exhaust from the planes. But then you had independent scientists studied the shit that falls from the sky from those planes, and they tested it in a lab, and there's heavy metals in there, more shit to give you cancer and break down your immune system. And let's not forget about the wildfires that just happened not too long ago.
Exactly. That definitely ties into with the wildfires, because remember that the people that own that pistachio company is the largest water reserve holders in the state of California.
Your audio is breaking up.
It is.
I don't know if it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I think it's cool now though.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It was starting to break up a little bit.
The movies with Mel Gibson.
All right, I wanted to play this video with this guy, this Dina Painter guy, saying that water. Well, they've been screaming for the past 10 years that water is the new gold. you know, because that's gonna be the, you know, that's gonna be the hot commodity of the shit. I wouldn't even say the near future, shit now, because
Right.
look at our water supply now. But this
Facts.
guy basically broke it down. Let me know if y'all can hear this real quick.
You've seen the movies with Mel Gibson, Mad Max. That's where we're headed. That's it. Money doesn't mean anything. Water. And I've got some really smart guys that I've known for 35, 40 years that have been buying up water rights around the world for 30 plus years.
And now they own.
And now, and they're not for sale. Water is the next crypto fuck. Water is the next whatever, gold. Water.
I would say water and oxygen, right?
No, actually, you can produce oxygen. It's tougher to make water. You can make oxygen. The water rights. I mean, really smart guys have been buying, the families like the Rockefellers have been buying up water rights for 100 plus years. There's a reason why Ted Turner, I believe, is either the largest or the second largest landowner in the United States. He's not buying it for the land. He's buying it for the fucking water rights. Why are people so stupid?
And why Steve Jobs? Why Bill Gates is buying these farmlands?
Yeah, well, that's bullshit. He's buying them. Okay, what is he growing on that fucking land? Nothing.
It's for them data centers.
Water rights.
Well, now we know why. It's for the data centers, because they're putting all their money into artificial intelligence. So now we know why they bought up all the water rights for the past 100 years. They had these plans since the beginning of this goddamn country. They didn't have these plans for 100 years. They've been always talking about the brave new world, the new world order. This shit's been talked about since the 1800s. So they already had these plans in the making. That's why we trying to get y'all to understand this shit is not new. These niggas always been on this shit.
They had artificial intelligence in the late 1800s, y'all. They literally had fucking artificial intelligence in the late 1800s.
Right.
Like, none of this shit is new. A lot of these patents and shit was, if you look up like the age of some of these patents that they got for some of this technology, it's old as I don't know what. A century old, decades old. Y'all have to understand this is not something new. That's why they came out with books like Brave New World or movies like Metropolis. Metropolis came out in the early 1900s.
As a silent film.
As a silent film. One of the first films. One of the first films, period. Matter of fact, it was Adolf Hitler's favorite film. Metropolis. And it was literally about smart cities and humanoid robots. It was literally about smart cities and humanoid robots. They knew about the technology. They already had humanoid robots in the late 1800s, early 1900s that was talking, smoking cigarettes, and telling jokes. Robots that did this. This technology isn't something that's new. They knew what they wanted to do. They had to first remove us from our standard way of how we were living. If you think about it, our skills of surviving off the land is diminishing, and that's not by accident. They sold us this convenience because before all the nice suburban households and all the apartment complexes and shit, people owned their own land and knew how to harvest their own living off of the land. They knew how to grow their own vegetables and fruits and knew how to butcher their own animals and grow their own cattle and all of that. People had basic skills. People knew how to make their own clothing, make their own footwear and all of that. People were master craftsmen. People made their own pottery and stuff like that. Now mostly everybody is losing those skills because through convenience. That wasn't by accident. It's because they're moving us into a system to where we don't have any skills and we have to depend on them and artificial intelligence 100%. We've been set up. They've been playing chess the whole time. We play checkers. Like the general public is like, I jump you, you jump me.
Yeah, right.
They thinking 10 moves ahead.
Right.
They're thinking 10 moves ahead. They got us into this system through so-called convenience. This industrial revolution with all these factories and all this shit. Mind you, that's destroying the earth. When they talking about climate change and all this global warming and all that shit, What's really destroying the earth is these industries. The Industrial Revolution is destroying the planet.
And you know what? Another thing, they trying to make collecting rainwater illegal. You see that? How they be
Facts.
knocking down people's doors because they collecting rainwater and shit, putting charges on them, saying they're not allowed to collect rainwater or they gonna get fined and all that. Where's the law at that you can't collect rainwater that lands on your property? You see how much water is right now is the thing right now, because they won't even let people simply collect rainwater. And this been people that have been collecting rainwater for years on their property, and they trying to stop people from doing that.
Why do you think is all the you need all these licenses and all this bullshit just to hunt? They want to take away your freedom to be able to do anything on your own. Because once they have us all locked in, which they have already have most of us locked in, except the people who like the Amish communities and people who's homesteading, who's actually able to be self-sustainable, and they're slowly getting rid of all of that. Like you said, they're attacking people who's gathering rainwater.
Just penalizing
People who's trying to live off grid. They don't want anybody living off grid. They want everybody on grid. So when they implement this artificial intelligence, nobody will be able to escape anything. You won't be able to get away with nothing, because first of all, they're going to have your biometrics, which means everything about you, your fingerprint, your eye scan, your voice and everything attached to a digital ID. Once they get that digital ID through and they have the artificial intelligence along with the data centers and the smart cities, we are through. That's 100% domination. That's totalitarian style government. That's 100% domination. And that's where we're all headed, because we don't have no skills. The younger kids don't even have no skills. A lot of the young kids can't even cook from scratch. They throw most of their shit in the microwave. More or less, definitely don't know how to grow food. Definitely don't know how to hunt shit. Majority of people only know how to make Hot Pockets and fucking microwave popcorn. Like, we lost skills to be able to, we lost our skills to be able to survive without the system. We are going into 100% bondage, digital slavery. Like, people still don't see it. And you would talk like this and people be like, oh, whatever. It's just conspiracy theory shit. Okay.
Well, listen, Moses told them that the flood was coming, and they laughed at him, remember? Until motherfuckers started drowning. And him and his family got saved and got out. While the rest of them motherfuckers drowned because they ain't, they was laughing at him. They ain't believe it. Oh, he just drunk. He just crazy. He don't know what he talking about. He drunk. He crazy. That's what they say to all people that's trying to give him the message. Just think about all the prophets that came forward and try to give the people the message. They even got killed. Well, they all did get killed. They all got killed.
Yep.
They all got deemed as drunks and crazy.
Yep.
Because they don't understand that a person that carries that much intel and that much information that normal people probably can't see, that shit will drive you crazy. I remember just going crazy, just doing the research after the 9/11 shit happened, and we went down that whole rabbit hole for the whole truth. That shit can drive you wild. It could drive you crazy because you're coming upon shit you've never seen before, and you start connecting dots like, oh, this is why this shit happened. Oh, this person was behind this. Oh, this person funded this, and you start connecting on these dots and shit. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Then you start looking at the world different. That's why we talk the way we talk, because we went down that rabbit hole. Now we look
over
at the
2
world
decades, bro.
Yeah, we look at the world
decades.
totally different. Yeah, we don't look at the world like everybody else look at this shit. Because we had time to actually sit down and do the fucking research. We wanted to learn. We wanted to figure out what the truth was.
Bro, you remember like around 99, early 2000s, when I was saying that the world is about to be taken over by robots and all this shit? Niggas was laughing at me, say, oh, you some computer geek.
Too much movies.
Saying I was watching too much movies. Oh, you on a computer too much. You watching too many movies. And majority of the shit I was saying is literally coming into fruition right now.
Yeah.
It's literally happening. Like, cause and the thing ain't because we prophets or nothing. These motherfuckers talk about it. They write about it. They write about, they do TED Talks. They do lectures about this shit. They write about it in books. They show us in movies. Like, they're not even hiding it because they know people are so fucking dumbed down that you could tell them what's going on and show them, and still people still won't believe it. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
patents, right? The patents. Yeah,
the
we
patent.
went through that
Yeah,
rabbit.
if you look
We
at
went
the
through that
patent,
rabbit
I'm
hole.
like,
Yeah,
oh
we already
shit.
did live streams with all the patents and shit. We already did a bunch of live streams showing all the patents online of the shit that they had, patents that they had from the 60s and 70s,
Yeah,
like old ass patents. Like we've been telling y'all, man, they've been at this for centuries now. Like this, like a lot of this technology, just around Tesla time. I'm talking about Nikola Tesla. I ain't talking about fucking Elon Musk and SpaceX and all that bullshit. I'm
right,
talking
right.
about Nikola Tesla. Just off his patents alone, shit was mad advanced. They stole majority of his patents because they didn't want to release any of those patents because a
Free
lot of that
energy.
technology will free us as humans. And anybody who come out with any type of technology that will free us, they kill them. They kill them. Or they throw them in a crazy home and give them a lobotomy. That's what they used to do in the early late 1800s, 1900s. Somebody who was really brilliant and seeing the corruption and they probably inventors or something came up with something that would
Yeah,
help the humanity. They would take
right.
these individuals and throw them into crazy homes, asylums, and they would give them lobotomies. That's the type of shit that they do, that they did.
It's still all they fucking information, still all they
It's
ideas.
it's still all their
And
ideas.
weaponize them. And weaponize them.
And weaponize reverse. Yep, they do reverse engineering and weaponize majority of these patents. And the thing is, you tell people still see people are so fucking brainwashed and so programmed. Like that's what it is. Like you try to tell people this information and they look, man, and they either look at it as entertainment or they look at it as, oh, there's just some shit that you seen from a movie or something like that. It ain't real. And like people are just they love ignorance. People love ignorance. And the thing is, we reach it to a point where ignorance is not going to be bliss anymore. Ignorance is not going to be bliss because they moving fast with this agenda. They up the poisons and everything. They
Yeah,
up
because
the poison in the food.
they
They up
had
the
to.
poison in the water. They want to kill us.
And I'm gonna tell you the reason why they had to up. They had to up all that shit, all the poisons and shit, because people are waking up fast and catching on fast. And like all these motherfuckers becoming too intelligent now. They starting to wake up at a fast rate because everything is consolidated and pushed on the internet. And now motherfuckers, that give a chance for people to actually start doing their own research and digging and actually telling other people about it. You gotta realize there's forums out here, there's big ass forums out here that's relinquishing all this type of information that we're even talking about now. It's underground shit, like underground back channels and shit like that. People are creating because
I think your mic is like scrambling.
it's scrambling. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Now after I tell you it stopped scrambling, but while you were talking, the shit was it stopped. But now but when you was talking, the shit that you was talking, it was scrambling.
Oh, they hating on it.
Yeah, that should be so. Yeah, that should be so suspect. Yeah, because now it's cool. Now it's cool. But as soon as you start talking some shit, it starts scrambling.
That's his weak ass StreamYard with that dumb shit. Yeah, like I said, they up the poisons because people waking up at a faster rate because of the information. It's the information.
Look, it's scrambling again, bro. As soon as you start talking about the information, the shit starts scrambling.
I'm coming right back to talk that shit again. I'll be right back.
Yo, don't y'all find that kind of crazy? Y'all find that kind of crazy? Like every time you start talking the real shit, all of a sudden his mic starts scrambling up. It's some weird shit going on out here. But anyway, they definitely want to destroy the infrastructure of the United States by 2030. And they want majority of us off this land. Because they want these data centers. That's why they claim they're attacking the water supply, because they know majority of that water supply have to be used to cool down those data centers. Because order for them to build the smart cities and to up the surveillance grid, they need the data centers for that. Without the data centers, they would not be able to accomplish that goal.
Right. Now, let me see if I can say what I say if they don't start fucking with my shit.
Are you good now? That's here. You good now?
I said the reason why they had to up the poisons and try to kill us off at a faster rate because people are waking up at a faster rate because of the information age. Like I said,
they still fucking with me. As soon as you start talking about them
They
upping
fucking
the
with it.
poison. The reason why, yeah, they have to up the poisons. Your mic starts scrambling. It's cool any other
It's cool.
time.
We good now? Yo, yo,
You
yo.
good now? Yeah, you good now. You
All right,
good now.
let me say it real fast then. The reason why they up the poison is because they trying to gotta say that shit quick. Gotta double time this shit
Yo,
real quick.
this is suspicious as hell. Y'all
God,
see this? Are y'all witnessing this?
I got double time this
The
shit.
hell?
I said the reason why they up the poisons is because they realize people waking up at a faster rate because the information age. So they realize they gotta speed up death because people are waking up fast. So that's the reason why they gotta
Facts.
double up the poison. We in the information age where people actually get to, figure shit out and share ideas with other people across the world. Not just locally, but international, across the world. Like across the world, we get to communicate with each other right now. There's probably people in here from the UK, probably people in here from motherfucking Turkey, and that's the thing. We get to communicate, and that's something that they really don't like is when people can actually come together. So they want to try to take us all out at a faster rate. We ain't having it
They
though.
do.
And the thing about it is, you can't really scare people that ain't afraid to die, because
Facts.
niggas gonna talk that shit regardless. We gonna get the information out there regardless, no matter what.
They
You
damn
said
sure don't
that's
want this information out there.
I ain't on the phone though, Ralph. That's the thing. I'm on the stream yard. I ain't on the phone. Got my laptop and shit. So it ain't that. It ain't that.
They definitely is
I
scared of
mean,
all the people that's waking up. Cause I mean, even though there's still a lot of brainwashed people out there by the billions, there's
yeah,
a lot more people waking up from when we first got into talking about this shit from like 2 decades ago.
yeah,
Majority of people called us crazy, right?
right,
Now there's a lot more people who's hip to what's going on right now, and it's undeniable. People can't deny all the corruption now, especially since the COVID shit happened up to this Epstein shit and
the Epstein shit is
nobody
really
going
right,
to jail behind the Epstein shit. Like his client list just magically don't exist anymore.
right,
So we don't even know who Epstein was servicing.
right,
None of those people went to jail. Only and then Epstein mysteriously offed himself in jail. When you got people saying that he really snuck out the back.
right. And the thing about it, you right, you might be right about that, right? Ralph, they don't give a fuck what we know about them now. But you know what? We have to know according to how we gotta move. We gotta move accordingly to however they do. We gotta move in a way where we can counter that shit and look out for our own. That's how that works. To be honest, because it really ain't about them, because they don't really got no fucking power. It's the power that the people give them. It's just the more
Facts.
people wake up, is the more people just going to just start saying no. And that's what they don't want. They don't want a mass amount of people waking up and just saying, no, we don't want this shit no more. Because the operation fails after that. Because what you going to do? Try to go. And you see, that's why they got to try to double up the military and integrate Israel with our military. Do you think that shit going to work? That shit ain't even going to work. Yo, when the people fed up, the people fed up. They don't care how many mercenaries you try to bring in this country. That shit ain't going to work.
I know what we know what their contingency plan is, though. We know just in case shit fell, they gonna do an EMP attack, electric magnetic pulse that's going to shut down anything that's
Well,
ran digitally. And
you know what? Shut it all the fuck down then. That means y'all out of business. Everybody, we good with that. Maybe that's a good thing. Y'all shut everything the goddamn down.
then we're gonna be forced to learn skills again.
That's good. That's actually a good
We're gonna
thing.
be forced to. Then the people that's gonna be leading is people like the Amish, people from that community.
Yeah,
People who's homesteaded, people who
homestead.
know how to basically, start over with everything, infrastructure and everything. People who know how
Right,
to build infrastructure. That's gonna really have to come into play, because they showed us. They tell us what they gonna do just in case
right.
shit don't work out. They showed us in a show called Revolution that came out. It was a series called Revolution, and then another a
I
Netflix
agree with
original
this.
called Leave the World Behind.
Yeah.
when they released the whole EMP, and then another show on Apple TV called Paradise. They showing us what will happen if their plans don't go through. They just going to
Right.
release a global EMP attack that's going to shut down all the internet and everything that has a chip in it. That means cars.
Right.
That's everything.
That
Phones,
means that's a good
cars,
thing because
satellites, everything.
that means it shuts down all their artificial intelligence that they're trying to, get over on people. Then that's a good thing that for them to actually do an EMC attack and shut everything down.
EMP.
That EMP attack, that means the people won. Because why did you have to do the attack if you thought y'all had the artificial intelligence thing in the bag? If they have to actually, if they resorted to their last resort is to do an EMP attack, that means the people won. That means the people resisted against artificial intelligence in the way that they're trying to enslave the people. That means we
Right.
won. That means the people won. Because why would they need to do an EMP attack if they got, if they moving forward with the plan?
The problem with an
It's a
EMP
good thing.
attack, the problem with an EMP attack is it could cause nuclear meltdown. That's why they
Whatever.
got underground bunkers. They do an
Right.
EMP attack. If it shuts down, there'll be emergency shut off of,
Yeah, it's right.
and then it'll shut down the systems that protect us from having nuclear meltdowns. That's a problem.
Right.
So that shit could set off a bunch of nuclear nukes, basically.
Right.
Because those power plants will become nukes. That's basically what, because the reactors will go, and next thing you know, shit is exploding. Because a lot of that shit is controlled digitally. See that they know exactly what they were doing. It's like all or nothing. If we can't take over everything, then nobody's going to have nothing. That's their mindset. That's their mindset.
Well, you know what's going to happen?
That's why they got the underground bunker. If you notice, all these wealthy motherfuckers got underground bunkers.
Yeah, they do.
You hear Mark Zuckerberg got the underground bunker over there in Hawaii. You see Bill Gates and all of Elon Musk and all, they got all these underground bunkers that they can stay in for years. And those underground bunkers won't get affected by the EMP attacks. That's the thing. They still have technology down there.
Right.
It's just going to affect all the shit that's on the surface. Because some of them underground bunkers are so far underground that they run on their own systems. They own generators and everything.
Yeah.
And that's their plan. If they not able to enslave us with this digital shit, that's their plan. That's why they got shit ready. They got shit ready just in case if the plan, because most likely their plan is not going to work out because it's not logical. You can't kill off 80% of the population without killing yourself, and you can't enslave billions of people. That's just not going to happen. That's just not reality based. These people are mad. Like, these people are completely mad. I mean, they got us good right now because a lot of us are brainwashed. Just go out there, rush hour traffic. That just goes to show you how enslaved we all are to this industrial revolution. Like these 9-to-5 jobs and all this shit. All this shit is enslavement. Because people, like I said, at one point, people had their own land. And of course, that came with challenges too. Having your own land and harvesting shit. Of course, that come with challenges. But you're more free. You don't got a nagging boss over your head or a government puppet over your head telling you what to do 24/7, and you still being denied necessities of life in some form or fashion.
Yeah, like
it's better to be free, and it's better to be free and deal with the hardships of nature than to be in an enslaved system to these wicked ass humans, people that's on the Epstein list. You gotta weigh your pros and cons, because of course, homesteading and all that shit ain't perfect neither. Like you can lose crops, you can lose animals, like it's not perfect, but it's way better than government corruption, having some wicked ass human over your head, telling you what to do, and they out there committing mass genocide, blowing up kids and blowing up buildings and all this type of stuff, doing all the poisoning water supply. It's better to be on your own and separate from that shit, or form small communities, that actually come together and know how to, harvest from the land and benefit from that, independent of a wicked ass government.
Right.
And major corporations.
Right. I wanted to play this video real quick because this is the prime example of when you're trying to be independent, they just want to stop whatever you got going on, whatever can make you self-sustainable, away from relying on the system. This is the shit they do. This the shit right here they do.
He collects rainwater on his own land. The city called it theft and sued him. The judge asked one simple question that ended their case.
Your Honor, I live out in the county. I installed barrels on my property to collect rainwater for my garden. The city sued me, claiming I'm stealing water and violating laws. I'm just collecting rain that falls on my own property.
Your Honor, municipal code establishes that all water within city limits, including precipitation, is part of the public water supply. We're asking the court to order removal of his collection system and impose fines.
Counselor, let me ask you one simple question. Does the city own the rain before it hits the ground?
I can't speak to that.
Because it sounds absurd. He is collecting water on his own land for personal use. That's not theft, that's common sense. Case dismissed.
Dumbass. That's what your dumbass get going up there trying to sue a man for collecting water that lands on his goddamn property, stupid ass. You see how these people go to the lengths to stop people from being self-sustainable? I'm like, these dumbass paid officials that be paid off.
And they got they brainwashed minions. They got they brainwashed minions that'll turn you in. Snitches. They turn your neighbors into Agent Smiths that'll snitch on you for collect. You know you ain't supposed to be doing that. You know the city is that you know.
Snitching ass neighbors.
Yep, snitching ass neighbors that'll turn you in for collecting rainwater. And that's how the Nazis operated. And that's how they got. That's how they want you snitching on your neighbors for shit that you know that was given to you by God. Actually,
right?
Nobody control. Oh, you gotta play this video. How the farm? How they paying farmers? How they paying farmers to destroy their land? Yeah, they paying farmers $8,000 to $10,000 an acre to destroy their land.
Let me tell y'all. Y'all find the nearest spring and start filling up y'all motherfucking start reserving water for yourselves. If you collect rainwater if you have to. Fuck all that. We don't give a fuck what they talking about. Because we see what they trying to do with the water supply. So yeah, if you have to grab barrels and collect rainwater and shit to have water reserved for yourself, or find the nearest spring in your city or near the town, your township that you live in, that you could fill up a bunch of gallons of water to have for reserve. Right. Yeah, start doing that shit now.
Facts.
Start doing that shit now. There's plenty of springs where you could probably find in your state where you can go fill your shit up and fill up a bunch of gallons of water and store them shits. Because you know you can store water for a long time as long as you got it in something that won't, something won't get inside that could, contaminate the water or make it stale or any of that shit. But yeah. Well, hold on. Was it this last video you sent with this dude right here?
Yeah. Right. He's a farmer. And the Trump administration is paying farmers all over the United States to destroy their farmland because they come in with the data centers and they come in with the artificial food, the artificial meat. So they want all of farmland to be destroyed. That's what we're telling you. They destroying all the farmland, and the only thing that's going to be left on the grocery shelves is fake food. They're taking away our independence when it comes to food quality.
Right. Man, even if your ass have to drive an hour or 2 hours outside of where you live at to get to reserve some goddamn water, I bet you it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Especially if you filling up gallons on top of gallons and storing them shits. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. But all right, let's get into this video. Make sure y'all keep liking this video and sharing it. Let me know if you can hear it.
No, you gotta reshare that, Joe. Please, y'all like and subscribe and share this video. This is some very dire information that need to get out there. This current administration, along with the other administrations, is destroying America from the inside out. Specifically, our water infrastructure, our farming infrastructure, and of course the economy is wrecked. And this is all intentional.
Right. All right, let me refresh this again so I can start from the beginning. All right. Thanks, incoming, for the gift.
Current affairs in America today. I, as a farmer and rancher, am going absolutely fucking broke. I am going bankrupt, and I see no future. And last week, I was about to file bankruptcy, and then I got a call, and I signed up for a program, and I am now being paid by this current administration $8,000 an acre to destroy this federally protected grassland. Guys, this is a native grass that takes hundreds of years to develop and establish, and it holds one of the country's most endangered species of bird called the cuck-chair quail. Now, this has been federally protected for 80 years because this is one of the very few lands that still house this federally endangered bird. But this current administration is paying me $8,000 an acre to destroy this crop and put it back to soybeans. And hopefully we can convince China to buy those soybeans. Guys, I don't find this morally right. I know that is extremely wrong because the cuck-chair quail is extremely endangered, has been federally protected since 1886. But guys, it's $3 million with all the acres down here that I'm going to get paid. That's going to save my farm. What would you do in my situation?
Don't sell
With
it.
the current affairs in America today, I, as a farmer and rancher, am going absolutely fucking broke. I am going bankrupt, and I see.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They get people at a financial vulnerable state where they forcing people to basically sell off their fucking farm. They're forcing people to sell off their farm because it's like, what you gonna do? Go bankrupt?
Right.
Sell your farm where people is actually offering you money, or going bankrupt? But you don't want to sell that shit to these goddamn
big corporations. Yeah, it's the big corporations. And the thing is, it's the government regulation that's making these farmers go broke, because our country is just not protecting our agriculture. It's not protecting the farmers at all. Like, we're not protecting the farmers anymore. We don't realize how crucial this is, because most people don't even know where the fuck our food comes from. They think it just appear in a grocery store and magically. And people don't think that you need how important farmers are. People don't realize how important clean water is. And these are the infrastructures that's being attacked right now, because once they get rid of all of this, they get rid of 80 to 90% of the population. We can't live without food. We can't live without clean water, y'all. We can't live without energy.
People obviously, care about clean water. Most people going out and buying fucking bottled water,
and that's not clean water.
That's right.
That's microplastic heaven or microplastic hell.
Right. So it's
microplastic hell.
What do people really? People really. It's like people know what's going on to a certain extent, but don't know where to start. Don't know what to do. They don't know where to start. Man, you start where the fuck you think you need to start at.
We say it all the time. You got to start supporting your local farmers markets, your local businesses. You got to stop depending on the corporations as much, because you got to realize the government and the corporation right now is one entity.
Right. We get all our
corporation owns the government.
Meats, eggs, all that shit we get from local.
Right.
From people that got chickens, that just got chickens running around eating worms and grass and shit like that, or
people who's homesteading.
Homestead. That's where we get our fucking meats from. So that's the best thing to do, is find people that's homesteading, that actually doing, natural farming, not all this corporation bullshit.
I shop at a farmer's market every week to get my food.
Yep.
Yeah, buy eggs and shit from people who got their own chickens and shit like that.
Facts.
That's basically how you're supposed to do it.
Not them corporations where they all stacked them goddamn chickens, and they're all stacked up on top of each other. Half of them got infection and they just laying on top of the other chickens and shit. Like, you ever see some of those factories, them chicken coops that most of these corporations be having? I don't want to start saying no names, but if you start looking up like the major ones, like Bison, I don't want to say the name, but y'all get what I'm saying, or Urdu, and those people, go look up to how they process they shit, man. Them chickens be dead as shit. They be walking in there,
they're sickly.
Yeah, sickly chickens, stomping on them and shit.
Most of them dying from heart attack and stroke. The actual chickens are dying from heart attack and stroke. So when a human consumes that, what you think is going to happen to you? you're gonna die from the same shit that the chicken died from.
Yeah, you go look at most of how they shit. Now, they done documentaries on that shit, how these people process their chickens and all that.
The rate that we're going right now in the United States is not going to exist by 2030. Take my word for it. It is not going to exist. It's going to be completely bankrupt and divided up and sold off to foreign nations. You're going to have China owning Texas and other parts of it. You're going to have Israel owning certain parts of it. You're going to have Russia it's like it's going to be divided.
Right.
Like the United States is completely done. Y'all don't realize how bad our infrastructure has been getting attacked. It's just not enough people paying attention. It's just not enough people paying attention. And it's getting worse. Prices are only going to go higher because they want everybody bankrupt and homeless. And damn near dead. That's what they want. In order for them to pull off what they really want to pull off in the United States, that means a lot of people are going to be sacrificed. And how do you kill off majority of the people? Poverty, not having access to clean water, not having access to food, not having access to energy, not having access to anything. That's how they're going to do it. And that's how they've been doing it.
They're going to try to third world this motherfucking country. And he said, I buy all my meats, local farmers. I buy all my vegetables and fruits from farmers markets. Exactly. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. Buy all your shit from like we said, local farms, man. That's the only way, because and those are people that, that you can actually see. You can actually visit their establishment, their farm, and see the chickens out there. You can see the cows out there grazing the grass and shit. You can actually see where your meat's coming from. Most of the meat being a grocery store, that should be coming from Mexico and all these goddamn Mexico and Taiwan and China and all this. I'm like, damn, where this shit come?
And then you got people from the United States military warning us.
Yeah,
you got people.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I'm seeing this joint. Look,
let me see.
You got people from the United States government. I mean, the United States military warning us of what's going on in America. Active service members.
That's why they want to integrate Israel, because Israel don't give a fuck about American citizens.
Facts.
So you bring all these goddamn, I call these niggas mercenaries or whatever you want to call it. They bring all these different, foreign troops on the land, then they could patrol the streets. They could patrol and do what American soldiers, are refusing to do. Because they don't give a shit about turning your whole neighborhood into a third world country, knocking down all your buildings and shit. They do that shit over there in their own shit. But Palestine. So you think they don't care about coming over here in Harlem and make Harlem look like a third world country, or LA, knock all the shit down in LA and make it look third world? You think they care about that? Hell no. That's what they do. That's their specialty. All right, let me pull this up. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, even the vets, even active service members and vets, they getting tired of this shit. And that's why, like you said, that's why they want to bring Israeli troops in here. That's why they want to combine Israel military with ours, because what they're going to do is they're going to slowly get rid of actual Americans out of our military and replace them with Israelis.
Yeah, because American soldiers are
we
not
ain't seeing it.
Some of them will, but most of them are not going to turn on their own families and shit like that.
Facts.
So they're going to have to bring in, foreign troops and shit to patrol the land here. And you got to realize Americans are still armed to the T. We still got guns. They ain't disarmed Americans yet. We still got guns, to be honest. We're like one of the last countries where the citizens actually can carry their guns out in the open. Some states open carry. So what can they do about that? Nothing. All right, let me play this. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Nah, you gotta reshare that, John.
All right.
Yeah, even the U.S. military, you know, a lot of our troops is fed up with this shit. A lot of them can't say nothing and won't say nothing, but some of them are so fed up from the corruption that they don't give a shit. They got to come out and say something.
Yeah, because you gotta realize these people, some of these people are being sent on the front line, and they're actually seeing shit like, yo, we don't belong here. They got us
Facts.
fighting this fucking war. This is, we don't even belong here. This is not about the safety of American citizens. This is
Right.
about personal gain. And they realize that. So a lot of them is like, yeah, we don't want to be in this shit. We don't want to fight for this.
Our government is compromised. I am very concerned that we are on the brink of losing our constitutional republic to tyranny.
It has been exactly a year since I posted that video, and I have to say that at the time that I posted it, it was not popular, especially amongst the conservatives and the MAGA crowd. But it has aged perfectly. Everything that I said in that video that I wasn't even sure of saying turned out to be true.
Damn, where's the original video?
What we had hoped for with Trump, we got the exact opposite. Instead of draining the swamp, we got more of it, and it's the swampiest that it's ever been. I just want to encourage all Americans. It is so past time to just abandon your political party. Liberals and conservatives need to come together at this point, and we need to focus on what is important. And then we can get back to squabbling about the bullshit that we always do. But until we get our government back, and it's once again a government by the people, we'll have nothing. We're sending billions of dollars to a country that is actively committing a genocide, that is killing babies, toddlers, children, and women almost on a daily basis. I can't open this app without seeing it. You guys, we have to get control of our government. We have to get these people that are elected in office that are compromised by Israel out. We need regular people like you and me running the show. It is far past time that we take things back. And if we don't, I'm really afraid that we are going to get exact.
Our government is compromised.
Man, where's the original video of him? Is this his page?
I believe so.
Damn, I want to see the original video from August 3rd, 2025 and shit. I want to hear what he said in that video.
He got a couple videos like that on his page.
This might be
We are currently ruled by a cabal or ruling class that consists of greedy executives, woke generals, corrupt politicians, and satanic celebrities. Their goal is to constantly pit us against one another based upon our skin color, our religion, our class status, and our politics, all for their gain. They create false flags to send your children to foreign countries to die for profit. They poison our food, water, and medicine for population control. They slowly whittle away at our basic God-given rights. They distract us with music, movies, and fashion to rot our brains. And they hate us. They see us as cattle. It's dumb, disgusting, easily controlled, but useful. Personally, I am fed up, and I'm asking my people, the American people, to rise up with me within the bounds of the law and take back our country, our security, our economy, and our American dream. And if our politicians stand in our way, we will remove them and elect new ones to fight for us. Our system may be broken, but it can be rebuilt peacefully if we work together. Your party cannot save you. Both sides are used by this elite class. We should all brace for terror attacks, mass shootings, technology failure, and economic collapse. The ruling class will not go down without playing every card they have left in their arsenal to retain control. I want to close with a special message to my brothers and sisters in arms. I am disappointed in you. And remember, just because I speak sharp words against you, it does not mean that I do not love you. 96% of you participated in the EUA COVID vaccine, and I know less than half of you did it willingly. They lied to you, they threatened you, they coerced you. None of you got an FDA-approved vaccine in 2021. It did not exist, and for that, you should be furious. I'll agree with you that this is a situation that your leaders never should have put you in. You were just trying to be a good soldier and follow orders. But there is a powerful quote from the movie Kingdom of Heaven that I love. King Baldwin says, "Remember that even when those who move you be kings or men of power. Your soul is in your keeping alone. When you stand before God, you cannot say, but I was told by others to do thus, or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that. I'm getting pretty black pilled.
See, that's the thing, though. I know they probably kicked his ass out the military because he's all facts.
It's multiple vets that's actually out there that's got the same views as him. Vets,
Yeah.
you know, people who active in the military, because the corruption is real, bro. The corruption is you can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely it's become so overwhelming that you can't even hide it. Like people can't even be like, "Oh, I didn't know that was happening." Nah, how you didn't know that was happening? That shit is happening on a grand scale of things. Like y'all need to just start paying the fuck attention. That's what it is. Start paying attention. Not everything's about this small time bullshit that's going on all the time. It's not about that all the time. Sometimes you gotta really dig in and really see what the hell really going on, because this shit is just gonna affect every last one of us. It's not one of them things where it's just gonna affect some of the people. Nah, this is gonna affect every last one of us if we don't
How
start
they want to
moving
keep us
accordingly.
divided.
Yeah, and they be keeping us divided on the most simplest, pettiest shit that you can ever, just the most pettiest shit, bro.
Shit be petty, mad petty.
Petty.
And we fall for it.
Every time. Every time.
We fall for it.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah, it's more I've seen more vets, mad, angry vets. Yeah, it's a lot of them out there, bro.
Oh, we might have to do it. We actually might have to do a video.
It's a lot.
The vets. I want to hear vets' thoughts on the military trying to integrate with Israel. That's definitely, because that's the thing they're trying to pass in the Senate. They passed it in the House already. They trying to pass that NDAA bill in the Senate. The House passed it. That's crazy that the House passed it. That's oh shit. That's just show you where our political officials is at with it. That they would sell us out they've been selling us out to Israel, but now they will emerge our military with Israel and sharing intelligence with them.
The corruption.
That's crazy.
The corruption is
crazy.
real, bro. The corruption is way too thick to ignore now, y'all. It is.
Crazy.
It is. I mean, especially after this Epstein shit, like, it's crazy.
Right.
All them Epstein files came out. They redacted a lot of the shit in there that should have got people arrested.
Right. Let me see.
This is for the Pentagon.
Oh, this is OG Big Mac. Yeah, Matt be going in on shit. Yeah, I be seeing a lot of his videos. I be watching a lot of his videos and shit. Yeah, he be going in on shit. He was in the military
crazy,
too.
Bro.
Yeah, OG Big Mac was in the military. Oakland, California nigga.
So this message is for the Pentagon.
Y'all hear it?
Good morning. My name is Matthew. I'm a retired non-commissioned officer. I'm not going to hold you up. I just want to let you know something. If you threaten veterans with their benefits to silence them and say you can't say whatever you want, this is what's going to happen. There's going to be millions of veterans utilizing their skill set. Some veterans, much like myself, is still fully mission capable, still proficient in his warrior task and drills, and still possesses the skill set to walk into any fucking house and unalive everyone in that bitch, to include pets.
Yo, OG Big Mac about that life.
The fact that
He's
you're
really about that
already approaching this area where, oh well, veterans can say whatever they want, and if they do, we can target their benefits. You're playing with your lives. There's no other way around it. There's no gentle way to say this. You're threatening our benefits that we earn by putting our lives on the line to prevent us from saying what we want to say, when we have been mentally conditioned to go to different countries and unalive people in the name of this imperialistic ideology that gives the American citizens this false sense of security about rights, freedoms, the constitutions, and this, that, and the third? Is this what you're saying?
So all the people from my last video,
we're done.
where I told
Like,
them
the United States is done, y'all.
to protect themselves from citizens. Tell me again. What? That I'm wrong? Trust. I see patterns. I see reality. I'm not wrong.
So this message is for the Pentagon.
Yeah, OG been mad. Yeah, he be going in on it. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Like,
it's another John too. It's another
said
John.
another one?
Yeah,
Like he said,
it's
some of these vets-
a bunch of these vets. Yeah, it's a bunch of
some of
vets
these
out here
vets
that
still have their skill set, and they want they they don't give a fuck about. They use their skill set. If they, you know that. Like y'all trained them. Y'all know what they about. You know what these soldiers are capable of. Y'all train America. Y'all trained them. Y'all trained them to be like motherfucking robots and shit. So y'all trained them. So that's why they need to integrate Israel, because they know we have military vets like OG Big Mac and the rest of them out here that was really about that shit. And you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it though. There's been like real tight mercenaries that been in the cut for years waiting for shit to happen. I'm talking about these rednecks in the back of the woods that like the same motherfuckers that stem back from when the redcoats came over here. These mercenaries that came, like these people these groups always been in the cut waiting for some shit to happen. Not that fake ass January 6th shit where they ran up in the state. We know that shit was not that staged that shit. Because if that was real, they would have laid out everybody in there. They would have laid out everybody in there. So we ain't talking about that. We talking about some real hard hitting skill set shooters every day. They practice, they shooting every goddamn day, and they prepare for anything that comes their way. You know what I'm saying? So they know what type of shit they'll even be up against. That's why they don't want to go that route.
But
like
but I feel like if we went that route, we already lost. Because you gotta think about it. That's just gonna be extra bloodshed for no reason. Because if majority of the people say no, you won't even need a war.
Exactly. And I think that's what we're trying to get to.
Right.
People, majority of the people just waking up and saying, all right, we see where y'all going with this. We don't agree to this shit. Y'all better go back and regroup or do something and come back with some shit that's better that could benefit every human being on this planet. But these greedy bastards don't think like that. So let's continue.
Nobody wins in physical. Nah,
hold on, my bad.
Nah,
my
you
bad.
ain't got it.
My bad. Oh shit. Let me know if y'all can hear it. The StreamYard be on some dumb shit.
Well, the fucking Pentagon now saying that if veterans like me speak out against them or Trump, then we'll get our benefits taken from us. Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking trained us to defend against people like yourself stealing the rights away from American citizens. We are being taxed without representation. And now you're trying to take our fucking First Amendment rights from us? You've already fucking gutted the VA for your fucking ballroom and bullshit. Fuck you. You want to take my shit? You want to take my fucking shit after I fucking served this country faithfully? Well, fuck you. You come and fucking get me. Fuck you. This isn't the United States of America anymore. This is fucking Russia. And I am not going to fucking handle it. I think we need to quit paying taxes. We are being taxed without representation. So why should we fucking pay taxes anymore? Why? This country is a joke. It went from being the greatest country in the fucking world to a fucking joke in 1 year. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck everybody involved with him. And fuck you if you still support him. Because if you still support him, then you don't support America. You're a fucking cowardly piece of shit that wants to fucking have the limelight for 5 seconds because you know you're a loser. Fuck you too. Fuck you.
There you go. That's
They
another
pissing
vet.
off the vets, bro.
See that, and that's why they gotta call in these foreign troops, because you know that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem.
And Americans, the day-to-day American is not alarmed by this. Like, we should all be alarmed. Like, I don't care if you Democrat, Republican, I don't care if you was a vet or not, I don't care what you, everybody should be alarmed about this. Everybody. And the fact that people from our service members are coming out like this and basically putting it out there, you know it's serious. They're most of them are talking like this now because they're not taking care of the vets at all. They got them out there fighting wars for these banks. Let's just be real. These troops out there not fighting wars to secure American citizens. They out there to secure business deals, secret business deals that Trump got going on and his administration and all the other administrations that was in office. Personal shit, bankers, major corporations, making sure that money flow. Making sure that money flow to these private contractors. That's basically what these wars are about. Yep.
Personal gain. That's what I said. A lot of them know it's for personal gain. That's why that right there was saying you trained us to protect people against people like you, the very people that's stealing. Now you got the Pentagon that been audited 7 or 8 times back to back.
Failed 7 times.
Every last one of them. And so that's $4 billion. Well, how much was it? It
was almost $1 trillion, bro. They don't even know where $1 trillion went.
It was 800. It was 860 something billion.
Yeah, damn near $1 trillion.
Yeah, that walked out the back door. Well, we know where the money went down. So it's all dumped into this technology that they're trying to build these infrastructures.
And just think, the people who's making the laws are people who's living luxurious. They're not going through what the day-to-day American is going through. They take our tax dollars that they get from our hard work and they live luxurious off of it and then make rules and regulations that put all the rest of us in a poorhouse. That's slavery. Like, how the fuck don't people see that that's slavery? They take they pass. They got all these different budgets for all these different programs, and most of these politicians skim off the top, live luxurious, and then screw all the rest of the day-to-day American citizen. To where the day-to-day American citizen is on a damn hamster wheel. Just think about it. First of all, you go to school for 12 years out of your life, an extra 4 years if you go into college. That's like 16 years right there, just to be put on a workforce where you struggling. Like, that's a waste of fucking time. And you retiring at 65, if you make it to 65, being poisoned every day, and you barely even get to live a life. Your whole life is about giving back to the system and ain't doing shit for yourself. Your whole entire life. This is modern day slavery. Modern day slavery.
I actually forgot to mention this too. That, well, you did mention it, but we ain't go. That Iran has officially denied the allegations that it's behind the widespread cyber attack targeting water and wastewater utilities across at least 7 U.S. states. The federal authorities, cybersecurity experts suspect Iranian-linked hack groups and executive the operation, but Iranian officials rejected that claim, asserting that the country does not support or engage in dangerous measures within cyberspace. Yeah, that's not even a game though.
That's not even a game.
Iran ain't never known for no goddamn cyber attack.
They making shit up, bro.
It's strictly inside job done.
But nobody believed that Iran did this though.
Yeah, I even seen.
I didn't see one person that believed that Iran is behind this shit.
Inside job. Yeah, most of the people were saying inside job. Actually, nobody agreed with that shit. From all the comments I've seen, under all the posts and all the the news blogs and shit like that, nobody agreed with that. They all felt it was an inside job. They like, oh, this is an inside job shit.
It's an inside job, bro. It's our own government attacking its own infrastructure. Because our whole government is rogue. Either like we tell y'all on every live stream, either they being blackmailed or paid off or both. Because don't forget, just because Epstein is so-called dead, which nobody really believes that he's dead, don't mean that his operations aren't still going on. They just change the managers, and someone else is managing Epstein's operations and still continuing to blackmail these politicians. So just think every decision that they make, they making it from a place of being blackmailed. So you're not going to get no justice here. You can't trust any of these politicians right now. You can't trust anyone in Congress. You can't trust anybody in the Supreme Court. You can't trust anybody in the Senate. You can't even trust your state representatives at this point. You can't trust any of them. And we clearly see this. We clearly, like, everybody's corrupt. The local, down from all the way up from the Oval Office all the way down to your local government is corrupt as hell. And so we all know that Iran ain't have shit to do with these cyber attacks. We know it's Israel and the United States government that's behind these goddamn cyber attacks. Just like they was behind 9/11. Just like they was behind the World Trade Centers going down. It was Israeli and the United States government. It was Bush dealing with the Israelis then. That's why the Twin Towers went down. They had Israeli government contractors working in the World Trade Centers for months on the elevators before the 9/11 attacks happened. And people were saying that they was planting bombs on those elevators. It wasn't those planes that took them down. Right. It was demolition that took that
every
shit.
demolition expert that was nearby, that when the towers collapsed, heard it blowing up story to story, like boom, 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 boom. Because
Right.
they demolition, they destroy buildings and shit all the time. So
Facts.
that's what they heard. Even regular people nearby said all they heard was explosions and shit.
Yep.
They heard the boom, 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 boom. Because you ain't go, so a plane gonna hit the building and you gonna hear all these different explosions. Nah, that shit
Facts.
was already planted in there. They tried the first time in 1993 from the bottom. They tried to use the vans and shit.
Yep.
Put the explosive shit
It
in the
didn't
vans
work.
in 1993. They thought they could blow it up from the bottom. That shit ain't work. They realized them buildings are too. The steel can't even be like.
Right.
It's hard to even destroy that type of steel. So they had to figure another way to do it. So fast forward, oh yeah, let's just go in and implant these bombs behind the elevators on each
Yep.
floor and shit.
Yep.
So when people heard them, the towers collapse, all they heard was boom, 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 all the way down, and the whole building fucking fell.
That
That's
was a
demolition
demolition.
style.
Yep.
Yeah, like, and building 7, like way out the way. So what the fuck is that collapsing for? Like,
They were all implosions.
right?
They
They was
wired
all
all those.
explosions.
They wired all those buildings to blow.
Fact. And took out an insurance policy on that shit early on.
That's why I said don't be surprised if we start seeing more terrorist attacks in the United States and they blame it on Iran. So they trying to take down our water grid. Next thing is going to be the electric grid. They're going to start taking down, and they're going to claim that that's Iran.
Right.
They already had to ground a bunch of flights this morning because their air traffic control centers went down. So there was hundreds of flights that basically didn't. So they attacking every infrastructure in this country right now because they want America to collapse, just like the World Trades did. Like we telling y'all, their agenda for 2030 is for the United States not to exist anymore.
Problem, reaction, solution.
Yep. That was their plan from the beginning. I
Create
don't
the
know why
problem,
people
get
don't see
people to
this
react
shit.
to it, and then they come in with a show. Yeah, we got this solution to counter this situation, and it's never nothing that benefits the people. They always trying to sell us on some shit to go along with that. Well, yeah, they want us to go along with it.
Through propaganda and bread and circuses. That's
Yep.
how they get majority of people. Bread and circus and propaganda. To the point people was brainwashed. So brainwashed that they had snitch on their neighbors for collecting rainwater.
It's crazy.
Shit like that. Yeah, we definitely, the United States is definitely in danger right now. This current administration, I mean, all administrations were corrupt. All these, we can't say this is a Democrat problem or a Republican problem. This is a corrupt government, a rogue government. Both Democrats and Republicans are rogue, 100% high treasonous scumbags. Scumbags. And they just got the right scumbag to come in there and finish the job, and that's Trump. He's their guy. And here y'all thought, where y'all Q people who believed in that Q bullshit that Trump was gonna come in there with the secret military and drain the swamp and arrest all the bad politicians and arrest all the Hollywood people who's involved, like Tom Hanks and all of them. Where are y'all motherfuckers?
Who even made that shit up? Like, where's the
That was a
source
whole
of that?
psyop. That was a whole movement. That
Yeah,
was a
where's
whole movement. They had people believing that Donald Trump was going to come in as a savior
who
and
sourced
save
that?
America, and save the world by arresting all the corruption, all the corrupt people from around the world. And then he came in there talking that shit because he was saying he was going. Remember, he's saying he was going to arrest Hillary Clinton and all that type of shit. He was talking about Pizzagate and arresting Hillary Clinton and all. And come to find out, he's Epstein's man. Like he's just as involved as the Clintons were. Like he's no different than they are. That's what I'm saying. You know, Democrat, Republican, that shit don't matter. They all corrupt. They were
Who
all
the
in
hell?
cahoots together.
Who the hell?
Look up the Q movement,
Yeah, who the hell
and you'll
started
see that
that
face.
shit?
It was on them. It was
Let me
on
go
them
look up.
conspiracy websites that the
Let's see.
government. That was another government operation. That Q shit, having people believe that like all
The
these
letter
people were
Q?
arrested. Yeah, like yup. The Q movement, Donald Trump and the Patriots. They could Donald Trump, the Patriots, and the Q movement.
Oh,
The whole thing was about him
Aqua,
draining the swamp and all this bull
Aquanon,
crap.
the Aquanon movement.
Yup.
It started in October 2017 by anonymous internet user known as Q or
Yup.
Q Clarence Patriot, but was built into a viral movement by a small group of online influencers and a forum of administrators because the Q hid behind a total anonymity, said the exact identity of the creator remains unproven, but extensive investigation point a few key figures who started to maintain the movement. Could have been some AI shit that started the shit. Could have been an AI goddamn.
I think it was the
AI
U.S. government and Israel again
It
who
says
started that
anonymous
Q
Q
shit.
posted cryptic messages known as Q drops on the fringe message board or 4chan. However, posts initially gained very little traction. The movement only took off because the internet conspiracy theorists intentionally amplified them. So yeah.
That the internet conspiracy theorists. Yeah,
All
that
right,
was
so
more so
it was
influenced by the Mossad. That's
it's
who that
channels.
was.
Yeah, it says channel names that talk about Tracy Diaz, YouTube creator activist, was among the first to cover this post, introduced to the mainstream. Then Broch the Scribe, a South African software developer, and then Coleman Rogers. Yeah, it was all right. So it's some bigger internet conspiracy theories that
It was a
gave that shit
psyop.
light. Yeah, they
It
gave
was a
that shit light.
psyop. That's why we had terms like Trump is going to drain the swamp. That's where that came from. It came from that Q movement bullshit, saying that the deep state, talking about the deep state, talking about the rogue government
So
behind
that's
our
basically
government.
some of these niggas are just trying to get the nigga elected.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just a group movement of niggas trying to get him elected, basically.
Right. Making people believe that he was going to come in and save the day.
Well, we never believe no shit like that. Cause
A lot of people from the MAGA.
Right.
That was a lot of people from the MAGA movement believed in that shit. A lot of them MAGA people was screaming that Trump is going to come in and drain the swamp. A lot of them from the MAGA movement was behind that Q shit.
Wherever we already know presidents are just presidents of a corporation. They have no control over any goddamn thing.
They
and if
damn
they want
sure
to, and
don't.
if they do want to act like they want to get cute, then we already know what happens to them that try to get cute.
JFK.
So we know
Abraham
now.
Lincoln.
Shit.
Bullet head. Bullet head. Yeah. They get the bullet head. Yeah, you're not going to come in there as a president and try to change things. You're going to have military intelligence and Israeli government putting a bullet in your head. That's what it boils down to. Because that whole, and the thing is, they have fake assassination attempts too on somebody. Like that whole Trump assassination attempt. Everybody know that was fake. Nobody really took that shit serious, except for the MAGA people who, after a while, they realized that the shit was probably fake.
Yeah, well, we know it's all fake anyway, regardless. So whoever voted for the bastard or voted for any of these bastards, we know that shit ain't benefiting you. We know that ain't to benefit the people at all. So that's a political shit show. You know, it's just buying tickets to the front row. That's it. Watch these political wrestlers and shit go back and forth. But yeah, I guess, man. Yeah, this is definitely a fire live stream, man. Y'all definitely gotta share this live stream. If you ain't hit the thumbs up button yet, definitely hit the thumbs up button on this live stream. Make sure y'all hit up the website, nightandayherbals.com too. This video is sponsored by nightandayherbals.com. We sell natural herbal products on our website as well. So make sure y'all go check that out. Natural herbal CBD, naturally grown by the Amish. Like we told y'all, if y'all ain't connected with people that do homesteading, man, y'all better go out and get these connects and network. That's what Night and Day Network is about, networking. I'm telling you, you better go start networking, man, because they trying to shut the fucking grid down anyway. Like, you think they gonna put all this shit in the media about cyber attacks on water grid if they ain't trying to plan on doing something? Right. They don't waste this type of publicity, this propaganda in the media without doing something. They don't waste billions of dollars of propaganda in the media just to say some shit. No, they gearing up to shut the grid down because they want to build these data centers. We know exactly what they're doing. So like we said, find a nearest spring near you, even if you have to drive an hour or two outside your city or state to get some goddamn, go find the nearest spring to fill up a bunch of water so you can have water for you and your family on reserves. Why you still got a chance? Because they might start trying to send military to block off the fucking springs too. They'll start doing some shit like that.
Hell yeah.
So while you got an opportunity, hit those springs up wherever you can go in your state and start filling up your jugs and you know, stash your water and have water on reserve.
The fact that we let things get this bad is crazy to me.
We've been telling people this shit for years, though.
Right.
That's crazy.
And it's been getting worse and
back.
worse.
Yeah, I'm just thinking back. Like, for y'all that been following us for a while, we've been saying this shit. Go to your nearest spring, fill your water jugs up, have water on
This
reserve.
shit tiring, bro.
Go to your local farmers, your local butchers. Like, over the year, and a lot of people have changed and start going to their local butchers and going to their local farmers to buy their fruits and vegetables and meats and shit. We've been saying this shit for years.
This
though.
shit
I'm
tiring having to keep
right.
repeating this shit all these years and shit.
This shit crazy.
People are waking up.
But now you know what people back then that was saying this shit was how they felt.
Right. Before we were even born.
Before we even was born, people was speaking like
shit.
this.
They was throwing people in insane asylums who was talking like us in the 1800s and 1900s. And it's crazy how Trump said we should bring insane asylums back.
Wow.
That's why I'm like, man, you motherfuckers who believed in that Q shit, y'all the dumbest. The MAGA tards and the people who believed in that Q shit, y'all were the worst at some point. Like, how could y'all believe that this Trump dude is coming in to make a change? This dude, he's one of the worst ones of them all. That's why they sent him in there this late in this phase of the plan, because he's perfect for
Yeah,
this
for the
job of
simple fact that
destroying.
he was in there. Then Biden came in, opened all the fucking borders up, let all these ICE motherfuckers in that they
Right.
eventually turned into ICE, and then Trump comes back in. So yeah, that shit was all planned. That shit was all planned. Y'all could think this shit is just sporadic and this shit is just like spontaneous. Nah, this shit is always planned. This shit is always planned out. They know who they gonna put in there before they even put the nigga on screen. They know they gonna put in there 20 years ahead, man. Shit
Yep.
like that. They already got the people lined up who they gonna put in office.
They damn sure do.
It ain't like some motherfucker just coming along out of nowhere and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like even when Barack Obama got put in there, he like, where this motherfucker come from? Come to find out he related to all these niggas. I'm like, oh, all right, so that's why they put him in there. He related.
Man,
He
you know how
related
much
to most of
flack we caught for not supporting him because we black? We never supported that dude from the beginning. We knew he was an agent. We was telling motherfuckers he was CIA when he first stepped on the scene.
them.
Like we was like, this dude is not
Yeah,
real. Y'all
where the
y'all
fuck
can't
this
see,
nigga
y'all
come
can't
from?
fake, yeah. Y'all
And
can't
we
spot
knew,
this fake
right?
ass.
And we just knew that shit was off. We like, oh, this shit is off. Like, where the fuck they get the brother? They bring this brother in and give him the name Hussein. The same motherfucker y'all just hung on TV. Y'all gonna put a nigga in office with the same name and shit, the middle name.
Right.
Barack Hussein Obama. Like, didn't y'all just hang a Hussein on TV? Stop
And
playing games with
the
us.
dude name ain't even Barack Obama. His name
Barry.
is Barry Soetoro.
His name Barry. That's what his people call him. Barry.
Because that's his name.
Yeah. But
That's
they ain't
his
strong.
real name.
They ain't strong enough for, you know what I mean? Barry Santoro. They like,
Yeah.
Santoro. First of all, why is Santoro? This motherfucker ain't even Mexican. or Venezuela, whatever he's supposed to be.
So the CIA came up with Barack Obama. Because it sounds strong.
Right.
It
Hussein at
sounds like
that.
a leader. Yup. It sounds like a leader.
Like they gave him like Barack Hussein. Hussein and shit. Like,
right.
And we thought, yo, so we like, oh, didn't they just hang this motherfucker Saddam Hussein? Like, hold on.
We
Shit
knew
is
that was
off.
a psyop. We knew that was a psyop. Just like when 9/11 shit happened, we said Bush was behind it. We was talking that shit too. Way back in the day, we knew it.
Right. It's just some shit just be, you could just feel it. It ain't even about just like, and then you get to know, but this shit is like a feeling you get. Like, yo, nah, this shit is, something ain't right about this shit.
Right. We were all born into the scam, y'all. We were all born into this shit. It's been a scam. And the thing is, since we was born in it, we're so programmed, we don't realize how programmed we are. Because we were born in it. So we like things have to be like this because we was born in it, not realizing you could be born into a fake system.
No, you're just born into a visible prison. All right, you just don't see the prison that's around you, right? Because you, like you said, when you born into it, you don't start seeing you don't see the prison that's put around you until you actually start waking the fuck up, and you start to realize, oh shit, this ain't the world I thought it was, because we all born into the program where everything you download is the same surface level shit. Oh, your mom's this religion, so you got to go to this church, or your dad is this, or you got to do that, or you got to go to college. You got to. It's all this programmable shit that we born into. It's like the norm. We born into the same normal, structured, organized, structured bullshit.
And they gotta have us like that. That's what makes us predictable. That's how they're able to manage us.
Right, yeah.
That's why they come down on people who try to live outside of those systems. They got names for people like that. They try to live outside of those systems because they don't want us to be unpredictable. So we all programmed and born into the system and do exactly what we're structured to do. They'd be able to manage us better. Because that's all government does. It governs your mental. Governmental. Govern your mental. And the only way they're gonna be able to do that if they know your patterns.
Right. Like, oh, gotta make money, gotta do this, gotta go to college. Especially, you know, school is all program structure.
Oh, that's just a
strictly like
oh
that's
man, it's a
definitely
scam.
like when you go into school, you know, that's definitely structure bullshit that you know.
Yeah, I call it a
Like
cookie
that.
cutter. It's a cookie cutter system.
Yeah, that's
It's a cookie
strictly.
cutter system, or you could call it a you know, we all being manufactured.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're all on the assembly line. We're born on the assembly line, and they know exactly all the ingredients that go, the labels, the ingredients, and they expect us to act with inside those labels and inside those ingredients, so they know how to control us. They know what we're going to do before we do it because they designed the system that we're living in. That's why they come after people who go outside of that system so hard. That's why they have to bring propaganda against people who go outside of that system and make people turn against them who still locked in that system. That's like you said, JR, is like a prison without walls. These social structures that we living under is a prison without walls.
Prison without walls.
To make us predictable and to make us not break the chains because we don't see the change. The chains, not change, but chains. We don't see the chains that we're connected to in this prison. And they have their agents, you know, they have their agents of propaganda to keep people in line. You have your neighbors ready to snitch on you to keep you in line. They have your, like you said, the traditions of your family, which is more programming. They got to do that to keep you in line. All of this shit is to keep you in line so you be more predictable, so you be more manageable and controllable. And being born into it, we don't see the shit.
Nope.
We don't see it. The people who started the hippie movement and the gypsies and all that, they get it. They try to live outside of all this shit. They create their own social structures and all that. They get it. They get it. We wasn't put on this planet to be one type of way, like one size fit all type of shit, and we all living under that same structure. That's what makes us. That's what basically that's what kills our spirit. Because way I see it, when you look out there, especially you driving through traffic and you able to spot somebody, look at someone's eyes in their car, they got that dazed look. That's a dead spirit. Because most of our spirits is dead. People who follow the social structure 100%, they're dead inside. They all fake smiles, all, you know, good morning and all this type of shit. It's all bullshit. Nobody ain't having no good morning. Being enslaved to this system, it's all bullshit. Everybody got the mask on. Everybody got a mask on. No way you happy in a system where one size fit all. Because that's just not it. Just look at creation. It's so many different. That goes to show you that how things naturally supposed to be in this world. There's so many different creations. The creator created so many different types of species, so many different types of everything. Why are we one way? Why are we all one way?
The social structure.
Yeah, this social structure is bullshit. It's a prison. That's why most people are dead inside, man. People don't want to admit it, but most people are dead inside, bro. People are dead inside.
So yeah, make sure y'all like this video. If you didn't like this video yet, shit. I guess anything else we got for the people before we get up out of here?
Nope. Make sure y'all like and share this video. Get this information out there. I mean, y'all see, we speak from the heart. We need more authentic creators to go viral instead of all this fake bullshit that's going on. All this bullshit with the bread and circuses, all that shit that they got.
Right. We know it ain't fucking Iran that's doing cyber attacks on the water and water centers in America. That's not even their MO. So what we facing here is our government is planning something to shut down the water grid in America.
Facts.
Like you said, they want
the energy grid.
Energy
energy grid. Yep.
And our agriculture. And flights.
Yep, flights. Yep, agriculture, water grid, energy grid. Yeah, they about to shut all this shit down and blame it on Iran or blame it on another so-called enemy of Israel. They're gonna blame anybody who got a problem with Israel in the United States. They're gonna say that's who did the terrorist attack, that's who did the cyber attack. But it's really them that's doing it. And you know, people caught on to that already. Just read
Yeah, I
the
think
comments under those news articles where they saying Iran might be behind the cyber attack. You read the comments, just about majority of everybody saying they know it's the US government doing it.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
That's good. I'm glad
Yeah, they
y'all
losing
glad people
credibility.
right. Yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Facts.
We said we was gonna do a live on this shit because we knew, and they're still pumping it in the media as of today that Iran is behind the attacks on. So they're gonna keep using this propaganda machine to keep pumping that shit out. But people ain't buying it. Y'all losing in that aspect, trying to use that shit. That shit ain't working.
Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Willie. Say you love our broadcast. Thank you, man. We definitely appreciate you for tuning in, and everybody else who've been tuning in. You know, commenting and liking and sharing our videos and sending us gifts and all that. Make sure y'all support nightandayherbals.com. That's how we sponsor our videos. Y'all know we don't deal with any other sponsors because we like to be in control of what we're talking about.
Yeah,
And
most
how
of
we
these people
deliver
don't
our
know.
message.
Right. Most of these people don't want to, they don't want to support. But if you do want to sponsor us and you in line of what we talking about, hit us up.
Right.
Just email us. Just email us. If you're interested in sponsoring any of our videos, just email us. If you got products to sell and you want to get your you want to do a commercial with us, and we pump your commercial in the live stream or on the channels or post on the community tab your products, get with us. Let us know.
Facts.
Email us. All right.
Yeah, we are open to people sponsoring our videos. Of course, they have to be in line in what we saying and how we convey our messages and whatnot. Of course.
Whether it's natural herbal products, you sell like survival kits. If you're selling survival kits and shit like that, yeah, you just hit us up if you want us to sponsor stuff like that. So yeah.
Facts. Yeah, we're not totally opposed to other sponsors and shit.
All right. Yep. Shout out to Ryan said bariums, you said strodium, fluoride, magnesium, and also in my water. This explains so much. Yeah. Recheck. Drop that website for them people to check.
Oh yeah, let me drop that website. This website that we dropping. You could actually check the contaminants that's in your water supply. All you gotta do is type in your zip code, and it'll tell you all the contaminants that's in your municipal water supply that you get your tap water from, and the water that you bathe in, the water that you drinking. It tells you all, and I'm telling you, I checked a lot of different places, I've been a lot of different places, and they were all contaminated. So they're contaminating
the
our
whole
water supply
right.
in the whole United States. There's carcinogenic stuff in our water supply that causes cancers, especially like lymphomas and cancers of your like kidney cancer and all that. Our water, they really poison our water supply, y'all. Just to let y'all know. And the people who started this website, they're scientists, they're independent of the government because they realize that the EPA does not have our best interest at heart. The EPA, if you don't know, that's the Environmental Protection Agency. That's who we pay our taxes to be watchdogs, to make sure our environment is not being poisoned. But of course, they sold out the corporations, and the EPA is just as corrupt as the rest of the government. So you had independent scientists that actually started testing the water themselves and releasing the results. And they found some very disturbing things about all of our water supply in the United States. All of our water supply is contaminated in the United States with chemicals that they're adding that causes severe cancers. And it's in high dosages, way past the recommended concentration, way hundreds of times over. Like this should be declared an emergency.
Right.
This is the type of stuff that we need to be paying attention to. So I posted the link for y'all to go check for yourselves. As y'all can see, is the ewg.org.
And we're not sponsored by this, so we just, freely rely, relaying the information to y'all so y'all can check the tap
Right.
water y'all and in the town y'all live in or city
Right.
you live in. So yeah. You said go see the PG&E. You said Standing Rock, North Dakota.
Yeah, y'all can all check y'all. I checked a couple of places, Pennsylvania, because we live here. Different cities in Pennsylvania, they all bad. New York, bad. Jersey, bad. Hawaii, bad. Places bad. I thought Hawaii would have cleaner water but nah, it's the same shit everywhere. They poisoned the water everywhere.
You said
Shit is
Virginia
poison.
recycling, and Aaron Name said Virginia recycling sewage water. Right? Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of cities recycling sewage water too.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I seen
So
that
disgusting.
I actually seen that shit on the news.
It's disgusting.
They filter out all the shit water and all that.
And then they put cancerous chemicals in there to clean it.
To clean it. Shit, crazy.
Yep, they put cancerous chemicals in there to clean the sewer, but they putting those cancerous chemical water in all the water supply now.
Wow.
In high dosage. When I say y'all go in there, look for yourselves. It's in high, sometimes 200 and 300, 400 times over past the limit, y'all. 400 times past the limit that it should be.
Right, and chlorine is not even for consumption.
Bro, chlorine is the least of our problems.
Right.
Fluoride and chlorine is the least of our problems, bro.
And that's
go
not
on
even
that
for,
website and look.
That shit is not even for human consumption.
Right.
Damn, chlorine and fluorine.
Exactly. Chlorine and fluoride is definitely not. Right. And it's the synthetic fluoride. It ain't the fluoride that naturally, because there's different forms of fluoride.
Right.
There's fluoride that naturally occurs in water, but then there's fluoride that's chemically based that's synthetic that they add to water, and that's the shit that's actually bad for you. But it's mad stuff in that water, y'all. It's mad contaminants in that water. And it's contaminants that they're adding.
Right, Ryan Jane, legal does not mean safe. Yeah, because the EPA,
right?
They bought and paid for it,
right?
By these chemical companies,
and that makes it even worse, Ryan, because legal don't mean safe, and it's way past that, the legal levels.
Right.
So that goes to show you that this is intentional poisoning. Like they want you to die.
Damn, that's crazy that they just allowed it. And now it's up to the people. And the thing is, more people have to be aware of it. I don't think people really aware. I know people know that the water is beyond drinking, but I mean, you got to really even filter the water you showering in and bathing in. You got to filter that shit out.
Right.
You really have to buy filters. We got filters on our showers and all that type of shit. So you really have to filter that shit out as much as possible. It's not going to get everything out, but you can subdue it as much as possible with just the filters. There's a lot of good filters out here, actually.
Bro, you know what make me cringe? The people who still make Kool-Aid with tap water.
Ooh, boil their food in that shit. Ooh.
Yeah, or boil it. Yeah, and the thing is, when you look up the chemicals they say boiling it makes it even worse.
Boiling,
if it's already 400 times the legal concentration, if you boil it, it'll be 800 times the concentration.
Right, because it's chemical.
Right.
And heavy metals, you can't boil fucking heavy
metals. You can't boil those chemicals out of the water.
Right.
It's not bacteria. These are chemicals that when you add heat to them, it intensifies the chemical reaction.
You said niggas still making Kool-Aid.
People still making Kool-Aid.
That's the real definition of drinking the Kool-Aid. Fucking drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yo, people still making Kool-Aid with the water out of the tap.
Oh shit.
Kool-Aid itself is already poisoning. with all the goddamn food dyes and all that, and then
Right.
the processed sugar you adding in it. Then you're using tap water. Oh, this shit is over.
You guilty of that? You better stop.
Oh,
If you don't stop using that goddamn tap water to make Kool-Aid, what? Hell
right,
nah.
and the pipe. Right, somebody mentioned the pipes too. So you're
Them
not
pipes are
only
old
getting,
and rusty.
the contaminants from the shit that they add to treat the water with that gives you cancer. Also, the old ass pipes that is going through.
Yo,
Them
don't
old
boil.
lead pipes and all that should have been changed 30 years ago. So just
Don't
think
boil.
about all the
Right.
contaminants you're getting in your water.
Don't make no motherfucking oodles and noodles and none of that shit in that water. Nothing. Don't boil your macaroni. Don't make no Kool-Aid.
Your
Don't boil
rice.
rice and chicken. Don't use none of that shit.
Yup, getting concentrated, heated chemicals. Yup.
Unless you get filters on your sink, on your zinc, and get filters on your sink and on your showers and shit like that. They
Just
sell.
marinating that cool. Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
pineapple Kool-Aid shit that
Oh, the
trending.
pineapple. Yeah, the pineapple Kool-Aid.
Marinating that pineapple Kool-Aid tap water
Yeah.
concentration. Right. With all that sugar. Oh man. Oh yeah, people tearing them damn Jones up too.
Yo.
Them fruits that's the
Yeah, the
pineapple
marinate, the long cut
marinated in the
fruit. Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's the new TikTok trend and shit. I seen that.
And people wondering why they on dialysis at 20 years old. Well, I wonder why you on dialysis at 20 years old.
Yeah, well, they said, Albert, he said this is why people still sleep. Well, yeah, I mean, all them chemicals will make your ass docile. Yeah, it'll make you docile and passive.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
because
sick and
because
sickly.
it move. Yeah, because you got to think about all the chemicals that we consume and that emerge all together. You got the water, you got the food
Oh
that
man,
we
ultra
consume with the
processed.
chemical.
Oh
Then you got
man.
the chemical based products that we use, like the soaps and the shampoos. And just think about all those concoctions of goddamn chemicals operating inside and outside your body. Yeah,
Oh
you'll be a passive motherfucker at the end of the day. You probably wouldn't care about shit. They showed that in they clone Tyrone too. When they was in the salon and shit, they was passive as hell. They was talking and then they start putting them chemicals in their hair and then they just start being dumb as shit. Yeah, it's a process, man. It's a
It is a
process, someone.
process. It is a process.
It ain't. It took us years to get over a lot of shit, but
And we
some shit
still
we
ain't
gave up.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes some
right.
things we still.
We
Sometimes we
still ain't.
still slip back. Sometimes we
Facts.
still
I know.
slip up.
Right. Facts.
But
But you
I
don't
guess
want to.
it's
But you don't want to
how
be.
constant.
Yeah, you don't want to be 90% chemical based.
Right.
24/7.
90%
24/7.
chemical based.
Yeah, you don't want to be 20. You don't want to be 90% 24/7 chemical based.
Right.
Like you don't want to be that. Like you at least want to get that shit down to 40%, 30% at least.
Less than that if
Less
you
than
can.
that, right? But you got to think about you consuming this shit on a daily basis. So that's a lot of fucking chemical. The human body is strong as shit.
It is, but it's a lot of suffering going
There's a
on
lot
though.
of
That's why
suffering, right?
just think about all the sick people around you.
Yeah, that's true.
Just think about all the diabetes, all the high blood pressure,
Yep.
all the strokes and the heart attacks and all the immune diseases, all the gut issues, all the infections and all. Just think about all that shit together. All the different types of cancers that people have. Yeah, we're being poisoned.
Yeah,
We being poisoned.
Stelling said women's makeup is just as frightening. Yeah, all the women yeah, you know
And
that.
the feminine hygiene,
Yeah.
even the feminine hygiene products are poison. Women
Yeah,
are they really attacking women because that's why women got these fibroids and all this shit on their lady parts because all the chemicals that goes in the feminine hygiene products and they just don't realize all the chemicals in that shit.
Yeah, you attack the women body, they able to, bear children. And that's what they want. They want to make sure women able to bear children. So they gonna try everything to lessen that. But they ain't gonna be able to stop no shit like that. Like Not 100%. He said it's the rabbit hole, go deep, just poisoning us, poison of us, bro. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't give a shit because they look at us as cattle and a number anyway. We just a social security number and a goddamn cattle, all put inside, you know, inside a cage. Yeah, yeah, telling you.
Yeah, we definitely in the loop, this poison loop, hamster wheel. They got us enslaved and they slowly poisoning us.
Yeah, just it's just and it's the thing they know where to attack us on a day to day because the day to day necessities that we use on a day to day basis, especially our water supply. Like, but the thing is, they even poisoning the fucking air. We just seen the air quality going to the purple behind the fake ass well the wildfires was real, but we know they spraying shit in the air too. To the point the air quality is bad.
Y'all realize they keep us just well enough to keep working their system.
That's it.
But then once they done with us, where do we go? Nursing homes and die inside of nursing homes. Not even being able to wipe our own asses. That's like the fate of majority of the people. Y'all don't think there's something off about that?
Right.
Those of y'all who's nurses and CNAs, y'all know, y'all see what goes on in those nursing, how everybody end up. That's not normal. Like, even though we was born into that and that's all we see, it's still not normal. That's happening because of the mass poisoning.
Yeah, because of this. Yeah,
and they give us just enough poison where it don't kill us well, some of us it kill us immediately, but they don't ever blame the poisons. But that's really what it is. But they give us just enough to keep us going, so we can work their system. Just enough.
And
they got this shit down to a science because it's scientists that's behind this.
And one of the mad scientists is Anthony Fauci. But that's
Facts.
just the face,
Facts.
the face, one of the faces.
Right. But really, we know that research came from World War II during the Nazi experiments.
Yeah,
and they just continued their work. And they just continued their work over here. Once they hit all the Nazi scientists and brought them into the United States and gave them high positions in our government. Then Dr. Fauci was born.
Millions of people died behind lying ass Dr. Fauci. Man.
That's how Dr. Fauci was born. He was born out of Operation Paperclip.
He ain't even get arrested. He got
he ain't gonna get arrested. They don't get arrested.
Yeah, he got full immunity.
They know different than the Catholic Church when they human traffic.
He got full pardon.
They get full immunity, just like the Catholic priests who be touching up the kids. Full immunity. They never end up in jail. You ain't never seen no Catholic priest that's been touching up those kids in jail. Just like you ain't gonna see no Anthony Fauci's or no Bill Gates in jail.
It's crazy.
Because these people operate above the law. Because the people accept it. Willie said there's a certain group, I won't say their names, are behind the so-called scientists. Yeah. Ryan said, gotta trust the science, according to Rat-Face Fauci.
Rat face.
Aquamarine said, I'm surprised someone hasn't gone after him. And you know what? They made up this fake thing that somebody went after Fauci and Bill Clinton and all of them, and Biden and all of them, talking about they went after them with a machine gun because of the Pizzagate stuff. That was made up.
Yep.
They went to the pizza parlor, the Podesta Pizza and all that shit. And they went in there looking for Fauci and the Clintons and all that. That shit was propaganda. That was made up. That never happened. That it only happened because it was a theater. It was all act, just so they could go after people who had a problem with Pizzagate. and try to label you as an extremist. Just like they did with the January 6th shit.
Yeah. Stage ass event.
Yeah, they stage these events. Yeah, they stage these. It's easy to see when they stage shit. Just like the so-called Trump assassination. That shit was staged. Staged.
Right.
Oh, both of his assassinations. Fake assassination attempts. Remember the one dude tried to run through? Then the one dude tried to run. Oh my gosh, that was so fake. They showed the dude trying to run through the security at the White House.
Stupid ass.
Oh man, that shit was so fake. This is crazy, man.
Yo,
Man,
so-
thanks for y'all
yeah.
tuning in, man. I guess we
Right.
get up out of here. I know this was definitely a fire live stream, though. I tell you that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely had to come in, touch on this topic, man.
Yeah, we went in on this.
Doing what the hell they doing over there? This weak ass government.
Y'all gonna have to like this live stream and share it amongst your peoples.
Yeah.
Definitely share it on all your social medias. Get this information out there. Get this website out there so people can check their water supply that they drink, that they making a Kool-Aid and they oodles and noodles and and they rice and boiling they rice in.
Someone 67, 80. Man, make sure you check that website to see what you
I'm gonna post it one more time.
Water in, that you using that so you can check and see what's in your water that you making your Kool-Aid and your oodles and noodles. all that definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And shit, we catch y'all on the next one.
We up out of here, y'all. Peace.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. It feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
As comfort slows you down, reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp Balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at Night and Day Herbals.